The following hadith, 277.
277, page number 192, chapter The Contentment of the Self. Anas said, I served the Prophet ﷺ for 10 years. He never said oof to me, and he never said about something I had not done. Why didn't you do that? Or something I had done. Why did you do that? Authentic.
Now this is a hadith which is well known in the Sahih. We all know it by heart. And this shows us the personality of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. In commenting on this hadith, I made only 4 pages. Believe it or not. And I was thinking of tomorrow's lecture. You can make a difference. Should I put it? Until now, I haven't decided. I need 24 hours before. Now it's 8 or 30, so it's not time yet for me to think about it. Either to have it on this topic, similar to it, you can make a difference in your life and the people's life on the personal level, or to expand it and talk about our difference that we can make in the society, in the ummah. Can we make a difference in the level of the ummah? So until now, I'm not decided. Maybe Haj Arif would help me later on say, this is a long topic, very long topic. But I will not go through it because we have to cover the material. But I'll just give you a hint. If one of your employees does a mistake, do you look the other way or interrogate him? This is a personal thing. When your wife does something wrong, okay, let's help the brothers. When your husband does something wrong, do you nag on his head and you remind him for the next 30 years, you've done this and this and this and this 30 years ago. Why did you do this? I tolerated you. I forgave you. What forgave you? You're reminding me 5 times a day like prayer. Without adhan, without iqama. Every day, 5 times a day, you remind me of your forgiveness. What kind of forgiveness is this? This is a deficiency in our character. The Prophet is teaching us, alayhi salam, not to do this. You remember Yusuf? They took him, threw him in the well. He was imprisoned. Then he became the Aziz of Misr. They come to him. He accuses his younger brother so that he can abduct him and take him in his custody of stealing. And when they come and say, what happened? They tell them that the younger one stole because they found the measurement cup in his luggage. What did they say? Well, if he had stolen it, his brother had stolen before. Whom are they referring to? Yusuf. They accused him falsely of stealing. What Allah says in the Quran, فَأَسَرَّهَا يُوسُفُ فِي نَفْسِهِ وَلَمْ يُبْدِهَا لَهُمْ. He concealed it in himself and he did not react to it. This beautiful characteristic is known as at-taghaful. There's no word in my knowledge in English to explain it. In Arabic, it means looking the other way. When something happens, do not investigate. Do not insist on finding why. Move on. If we deal like this, we would be very happy. No problems in our marriages, in our work, in our relationships, when you look the other way. So many examples, so many beautiful things. It's not the time. It's a separate lecture. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. What did the Prophet do, alayhi salatu wasalam? This is how the Prophet was. Whenever Anas, who was his servant for 10 years, who was a child, he never complained. We have subordinates, we have drivers, we have workers. How do we deal with them? The Prophet said, or Anas said, the Prophet, whenever he looked at something I did, he would not reprimand me. Why did you do this? And if I did not do it, he would not reprimand me by saying, shouldn't you have done so and so? No, the Prophet ﷺ let it go. And the people with high aspiration would not repeat the same mistake twice. When I do something wrong and my boss does not talk to me about it, I feel ashamed. I know he knows. And next time I will not do it. Because I don't want to bring this feeling again, and I don't want to make him lose hope in me, in a sense. Now, compare what we do with this hadith. How many times we talk to our wives, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? How many times I tell you, you have to do this, put this in place. I know brothers that are taunting their wives. Wallahi, when they come into the house, I know a brother who's a relative of mine. The minute he comes to the house, he does this. And he looks at his wife with a scary look. Khalas, this is sufficient. Why? Just pick it and move. There are people who make life difficult to others. They question them. They interrogate them. Look at the beautiful hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. O Prophet of Allah, how many times should we overlook and forgive the shortcomings of a servant? He's my servant. So the man is asking, how many times? What do you expect the Prophet to say? He said 70 times a day. 70 mistakes a day. Is this logical? This is Islam. Look the other way and things will rectify it itself. But when you insist on investigating, why did you do this? This is wrong. You should not have done this. I warned you before. This causes friction and tension, and life cannot go on like this well.